Nintendo Crafters have over 4 years of history under their sleeves by now, and yet, most of that history is yet to be properly documented in any accessible way. Because of this, we found it necessary to create an iceberg, and create a video explaining the iceberg. I'm Ceebs, and this is the Nintendo Crafter Iceberg Explained. I just want to mention for the purpose of the video that from now on I will be referring to myself in the third person. With that out of the way, let's dive in. SMKDC. SMKDC, or Super Minecart Dream Collection, is the third entry in the Super Minecart series, a Minecraft Bedrock racing realm based off of Mario Kart. Production on SMKDC started in April of 2020 to celebrate the Nintendo Crafter's 3-year anniversary. Videos showcasing tracks from the project can be seen on Coconut Friends' YouTube channel, and a trailer can also be seen on this channel. It has garnered quite a bit of attention, and the Rainbow Road Showcase video has almost hit 10,000 views at the time of recording. The Nintendo Crafter Channel Thing. The Nintendo Crafter Channel Thing is the Nintendo Crafter's official YouTube channel, created to be the definitive home of the Stay at Home Boys series, the SMKDC updates, and other miscellaneous Nintendo Crafter projects. You're watching a video on the Nintendo Crafter Channel Thing right now. Stay at Home Boys. Stay at Home Boys, often abbreviated to SAHB or SAB, is a Minecraft SMP realm owned and run by Ceebs. Its first season started in April of 2020 and was intended by Ceebs as a way to give his friends and the Nintendo Crafter community something to do during quarantine, hence the name Stay at Home Boys. It has gone through 3 seasons, and it has been stated that there are no plans for Season 4, despite many requests from the community. Stay at Home Boys Season 1 and 2 received a couple of videos made by Ask the Master, and Season 3 received a complete series made by Ceebs, which is featured on this channel. Waglertoads. Waglertoads are the mascot of the Nintendo Crafters and can be seen in many places, most prominently cheering you on off to the sidelines of SMKDC tracks. The first Waglertoad was created by Miiwagler, likely in May of 2017, though the design would later be changed by Coconut Friend and the original would be dubbed the Great Waglertoad. Their concept and design are a parody of the character Toad from the Super Mario series. Crafter Area. Crafter Area is a Terraria server owned and run by user Ceebs and was created as a spiritual successor to Stay at Home Boys. Crafter Area began on June 29, 2021 and ended on August 21, 2021. Monkey Butler. Monkey Butler is Soup's supposed butler, who also happens to be a monkey. According to Soup, he died after falling into a volcano. However, he would later reappear in the May 30th Nintendo Crafter Direct. Wagler World. Wagler World is a Minecraft parkour map starring the previously mentioned Waglertoads and a collaborative effort between Miiwagler, Coconut Friend, Ceebs, Duckboat King/Allison, and Superman Jose. It started production in August 2017 and has gone in and out of production several times since then. As of now, the project seems to be cancelled. Shubby's Like a Melody. Shubby's Like a Melody is a play on Shoddy's Like a Melody from Malaya's song Replay. It was created to tease Shubby's frequent episodes of rejoining and leaving the Nintendo Crafter server. Coconut Friend later created a full version of the song titled Shubby's Like a Melody Deluxe, an ode to the name Shubby. Nintendo Crafter Direct, May 30th, 2021. Nintendo Crafter Direct 5/30/21 refers to a video that premiered on the Nintendo Crafter Channel Thing on the 30th of May, 2021, and detailed information about upcoming Nintendo Crafter projects in the style of a Nintendo Direct. It featured many Nintendo Crafter characters including Fraps the Waglertoad, Froggrown Hobson from Frogs in the Hood, Monkey Butler, and Coco 2. The premiere was the main event of the Nintendo Crafter's 4-year anniversary, and it was based off earlier text-based Nintendo Crafter Directs in 2017. These directs could be found on Miiverse. More on Miiverse later. Frogs in the Hood. Frogs in the Hood is a short movie created by Soup, Coconut Friend, Shubby, and Miiwagler. The story is set in an urban frog city, where Froggrown Hobson aims to get revenge on a group of frogs who shot him, leaving him in a 2-week coma. The movie premiered on January 31st, 2021, and has since become a cult classic in Nintendo Crafter culture. Gang Pooping. Gang Pooping is an inside joke that popped up sometime during Stay at Home Boys Season 3. It was originally intended as a threat towards Irk Boy Flex by the other members, who would occasionally yell out, "Gang Poop Irk!" This can be seen happening in the 4th episode of the Stay at Home Boys Season 3 series, The Christmas Special. Since then, it has been adapted as a command on the Nintendo Crafter server and can be targeted at anyone. Though what a gang poop actually is has never been confirmed, we'll let you answer that question for yourself. Snickers the Dog. Snickers the Dog is Coconut Friend's Sonic the Hedgehog OC, created on January 8th, 2019. A crudely drawn version of Snickers was Coconut Friend's profile picture for a majority of 2019. Since then, Coconut Friend has uploaded 2 short shitpost animations revolving around the character to his YouTube channel, titled Snickers the Dog Goes to Old McDonald's on April 19th, 2021, and Snickers the Dog Goes to the Store to Buy Mac and Cheese on November 28th, 2021. Hashtag Roblox simply refers to the Roblox channel on the Nintendo Crafter server thing. The channel was originally created to keep Roblox talk out of general, as that is where conversations about Roblox had been taking place up until creation of the channel. The Junkyard. The Junkyard is a hidden channel category on the Nintendo Crafter server thing, only visible to admins. Rather than being deleted, unused channels that are significant enough get sent to the Junkyard to be preserved. Some of the currently preserved channels include Old Waggler World channels, the Stay at Home Boys chat, and Valve in History. The Junkyard is also a location on Danny Cantle Island in the Emoji War 2. Nutcord. Nutcord is a Discord server owned by Coconut Friend, made to parody servers such as Jakecord and Lilycord. Upon joining the server, users will be greeted with a gif of the character Lil Ron captioned, "You ain't shit." There are no other channels in the server, and you cannot talk in the server either. You ain't shit. Junior Hollis. Junior Hollis is one of the quote-unquote enemies of the Nintendo Crafters. Despite having inspired the original Super Minecart, he has caused numerous troubles for the Nintendo Crafters. In Waggler World, he is even spoofed as one of the antagonists named Boober Dallas, who is portrayed as a whiny brat who attempts to destroy the player. Hitcher/Hitcha. Hitcher is a phrase coined by Ask the Master when mispronouncing Hickster's name as a joke. Several other members began using it, and eventually it gained a second meaning, with hitcha being another variant of the phrase alluding to another word which shall not be said. Hitcha is now a common term in the community, with hitches from Jersey being a running gag among members. Camp Sab. Camp Sab is a parody of the intro to Camp Coral, created by Coconut Friend and sung by Ceebs. It was uploaded as an April Fool's joke to the Nintendo Crafter channel thing, but has since been taken down due to copyright. It was created as a gotcha for people who thought they'd be getting a Stay at Home Boys Season 4 announcement. The Coco Alts. The Coco Alts are the alternate Discord accounts of Coconut Friend and are portrayed as having different personalities as a joke. The most infamous of these are Coconut 2, Electric Boogaloo, an evil clone of Coconut, Coconut 3 and Knuckles, a Sonic fanboy, and Robonut Friend, a robot version of Coconut from an alternate universe. The Mega Race. The Mega Race was a shitpost novel by Coconut Friend. The story followed Craig, who aimed to win a race across multiple lands called the Mega Race. CB Squad. Ceebs' Miiverse followers. He was jealous that his friends Coconut Friend and Miiwagler both had more followers than him, so in an act of genius, he began calling his followers the CB Squad and told non-followers to join it. It was a moderate success and gained him approximately 2 new followers. Waggler Forces. Waggler Forces was a single-player adventure map created by Miiwagler. The adventure map was based off of the characters and story within Sonic Forces and featured parkour levels which centered around 3 protagonists being Waggler Toad, Custom Character, and Miiwagler. Other crafter members like Coco, CB Morris, and Jose were also featured as NPCs. Development only lasted about 3 months before it was inevitably scrapped in early 2018. That Guy Day. That Guy Day was an event on April 1st, 2021. On that day, the entire server became themed after that guy, with channel names being based off of Valve and Mother Games. Ask the Masters Free Country. Ask the Masters Free Country, or ATM Country for short, was a channel in the Nintendo Crafter server thing which had Ask the Master own a country that members of the server lived in. The country was active from September 2020 to August 2021, when a storm called Irrelevancy supposedly removed the channel from the server. Miiverse. Miiverse was a social network for Nintendo 3DS and Wii U. It was made up of many different communities, each for a different game. Originally, the Nintendo Crafters based all of their communications and announcements on Miiverse. This included the aforementioned Nintendo Crafter Directs as well as track updates for Super Minecart 1 and 2. Miiverse was discontinued in November of 2017, and the Nintendo Crafters would move their communications to Google Hangouts and Twitch Whispers, all before eventually settling into Discord. Party Rock Anthem. Party Rock Anthem by LMFAO gained popularity in the community in July of 2020, as a server tradition began where the song would be played with a music bot and a voice channel, and everyone would start spamming a gif of Luigi dancing, captioned, "Shut the fuck up, it's party rock time." Notably, these party rock sessions were some of the only times spamming was allowed in general. Brapping. Brap or brapping is a term popularized in the community by Lucas. It means fart, and there definitely aren't any other definitions. Panini the Panda. Panini the Panda was Lilim's town pet on Stay at Home Boys. She was discovered by an unknown member in Stay at Home Boys Season 1 and unfortunately died to unknown causes sometime during Stay at Home Boys Season 3. On the final day of Season 3, a new panda was discovered by Alexis and was named Panini Jr. in order to carry out Panini's legacy. Cameron's Awesome. Cameron's Awesome, like Junior Hollis, is notorious for having a sour relationship with the Nintendo Crafters. He was most prominently known for going toe-to-toe with Coconut Friend on Miiverse. This feuding would last up until Miiverse eventually shut down. Super Minecart 1 and 2. The first two entries in the Super Minecart series. They consisted of ice boat tracks of various courses from the Mario Kart series and a few original ones thrown in, with varying levels of quality. Super Minecart 1, or just Super Minecart, was directed by Coconut Friend. It was started in February of 2017 and surprisingly actually finished in July. Super Minecart 2 was directed by Ceebs and was started in June of 2017. However, originally it was just meant to be Ceebs' own project, not linked to Coconut Friend's Super Minecart. As Ceebs was accepted into the group, it was later deemed a sequel, however it was never finished. Super Minecart 2 was never brought over to the Bedrock edition of Minecraft, rather it remained on the Wii U edition. Because of that, Super Minecart 2 does not get shown very often and was not visited for the Nintendo Crafter 4-year anniversary. Animated Ceebs. Animated or Cartoon Ceebs is an original character that Ceebs created of himself in 2018. There were several comics made with Cartoon Ceebs, including one about Pop-Tarts and another about toothpaste. A couple animations were also created with the character, including If You're Happy and You Know It, Ceebs Waffles, and this video, all of which can be seen on Ceebs' YouTube channel. Cartoon Ceebs is often seen accompanied by his friend Chip the Toothpaste Tube. Lucas Burger. On February 5th, 2022, Lucas posted an image of a half-eaten, undercooked burger patty, captioned, "I cooked a fucking burger in this bitch." This image utterly mortified the Nintendo Crafters, leading to intense backlash and mockery towards Lucas's methods of cooking, both in and out of the community. A notable example of this is when members posted a gif of Mr. Krabs eating a spoiled Krabby Patty and getting food poisoning from the episode Born Again Krabs, referencing the traumatic picture which still torments the minds of those who saw it to this day. Bacon Bits refers to one of the first missions in Miiwagler Forces where you are tasked with following the trail of Bacon Bits to find CB Fox. It would become an inside joke between longtime members. June 30th / July 1st. After the end of Stay at Home Boys Season 3, Ceebs, Miiwagler, Coconut Friend, and Chubby began teasing the dates of June 30th and July 1st, 2021. Though they wouldn't give any clues as to what would happen on these dates, they would always accompany any mention of June 30th with a smiling emoji, and any mention of July 1st with an angry emoji. The community speculated that June 30th would be the start date for Stay at Home Boys Season 4, and later speculated it would be the start date for Crafter Area. Later, Crafter Area's start date would be confirmed for June 29th as a joke, and June 30th and July 1st would end up holding no significance. Or did they? More on that later. Gen 1.5. Gen 1.5, also known as the Dark Age of the Nintendo Crafters, refers to all of 2018 and early 2019 when most of the community, including Coconut Friend, went completely silent. Miiwagler and Ceebs kept in contact on Google Hangouts and would still regularly play Splatoon 2 and Fortnite together, and Coconut Friend would later contact Miiwagler and Ceebs through Twitch before all three migrated to Discord. Gen 1 crafters Allison and Jose would also later find their ways to the Nintendo Crafter server. Miiwagler's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Miiwagler's Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was a Minecraft Mario Kart racing game similar to the Super Minecart series. However, a key difference was how players would run through the tracks rather than riding in a boat. The project was started in May 2017. Coco de Dino. Coco de Dino is a parody of the song Frosty the Snowman written by Coconut Friend in December of 2017. Copies of the song still exist on Super Minecart 2. Miiwagler Splatoon 2. Miiwagler Splatoon 2 was a Minecraft minigame in the style of the Splatoon games. It was created by Miiwagler in June 2017. It featured many maps from the Splatoon games as well as several original ones, including the famous Miiwagler vs. Jeffy map. Miiwagler Splatoon 2 was easily the most popular of the Miiwagler trilogy, as it would also hold several Splatfest events just like the ones in the actual Splatoon games. Ask the Master Grounded Saga. The Ask the Master Grounded Saga was a series of events in the summer of 2020 when Ask the Master was supposedly grounded and could not use Discord. This would lead users to speculate the cause of his grounding, most agreeing he had done an act called a hentai shuffle. However, he would come on Discord multiple times claiming to be ungrounded and then grounded again shortly after. Around this time, Totally Real user Question the Leader went through similar events that were totally not meant to mock the situation.
Spaghettios pasta. Your mouth will really rot.
In my room, I be my cup. Nutted in my sock. Keeping that door locked. Bitch, you better not.
Miiwagler's Metroid Prime. Miiwagler's Metroid Prime, the final game in the Miiwagler trilogy, was a Minecraft minigame where players would fight off hordes of enemies in Metroid-themed maps. The project was started in June 2017, and it was also rated T for Teen. The Nintendo Crafter Server Thing 2. Around late November of 2020, Coconut Friend began teasing a sequel to the Nintendo Crafter Server Thing called the Nintendo Crafter Server Thing 2. Joining the Nintendo Crafter Server Thing 2 will lead to links to multiple different servers with similar names, with the last one not having an invite link, but instead a link to the music video for Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up. Fortnite Day. Fortnite Day was an event on July 22, 2020, where Coconut 2 Electric Boogaloo took over the Nintendo Crafter server and converted it into a Fortnite server. During that day, all Nintendo Crafters went into hiding to avoid the event. Nintendo Land Resort. Nintendo Land Resort was a Minecraft minigame map created by Coconut Friend. There were two sections to the island, the minigame section and the resort section. On the minigame side, players would play various minigames and collect coins when they won, and on the resort side, players would use the coins to buy houses, items, and decorations. Some notable places on the resort side were Ceebs' grocery store, the boat shop, and Little Library, which contained early drafts of some stories which would later be used in the Nintendo Crafter's Storytime command. Valve in History. On November 1st, 2020, a practical joke was pulled on That Guy and Stinky Monkey, where they were locked into a Discord channel in the Nintendo Crafter server thing called Valve in History. On the outside, Nintendo Crafters surveilled their activity, using their ults to trick them into believing that each other was to blame for this. This lasted roughly 5.5 hours, and they weren't exactly thrilled when they were let out. Jevil's Cell. Jevil's Cell is a channel that the worst of the worst gets sent to on the Nintendo Crafter server. Unlike the dungeon where members who get sent there can still speak to admins and mods, people who get Jevilled will have all of their speaking rights completely taken away. Upon being Jevilled, you will be greeted by a picture of Jevil from Deltarune, followed by being spammed with cursed images and gifs by Coconut Friend. Ceebsverse. The Ceebsverse is a seemingly endless collection of videos on YouTube that have Ceebs' name in the title, and also eerily tend to have people in the videos that closely resemble Ceebs. It has been theorized that these videos are from alternate universes with alternate versions of Ceebs. A Ceebsverse playlist can be found on this YouTube channel. Waggler Toad on r/place. The second r/place started on April 1st, 2022 and lasted 4 days. During r/place, Ceebs proposed the idea of creating a small Waggler Toad head on a desolate area of the canvas. The first attempt began at around 4:30 p.m. EST on the second day near the coordinates 1115.8 and ended at around 10 p.m. EST with efforts from Ceebs, Coconut Friend, Burmio, Pixel Person, and Soup. The second attempt was done solely by Burmio shortly after. The face was completed at around 12 a.m. EST near the coordinates 1151.21 on the third day. The third and final attempt began on the same day at around 10 p.m. EST near the chords 727-7 and was almost completed before being abruptly destroyed at around 1 a.m. EST. As you can see, in all attempts, it never stuck around for long. r/place is ruthless. The SAB Awards were rigged. The SAB Awards was an award show held during the 5th week of Stay at Home Boys Season 3. It featured many different awards such as the Best Builder, the Best Businessman, and of course, the SAB of the Year Award. There was confusion over who the SAB of the Year Award was actually meant to go to, as Hickster originally called on Ceebs before quickly claiming he had made a mistake and giving the award to Pixel. Months later, Pixel would come out with the information that the award really was meant for Ceebs all along. The exact reasoning behind why Hickster confused who the winner of the SAB of the Year award was is unknown. Forgotten Gen 1 crafters. There were quite a handful of members in the Nintendo crafters that were active in Gen 1 but no longer are, either because of losing communication around Gen 1.5 or moving on. The most notable of these forgotten members are Blaziken325 and Superfam3, who are the two founding members of the Nintendo crafters besides Coconut Friend and Miiwagler. Some other Gen 1 crafters lost to the sands of time include Shagai Womps, Purple Princess, and Bonamora. The Buddy Boy Society. The Buddy Boy Society is a secret cult of Waggler Toads that have appeared in all 3 Super Minecart games up to this point. In SMK1, they could be found inside the volcano on GBA Lakeside Park, and in SMK2, they could be found inside the volcano on GCN Dino Dino Jungle. In SMKDC, they can be found inside the moon on 3DS Rainbow Road. At the center of each cult there is a chest with a book inside. Inside the book you will always find the same chant, "We want Miiwagler," on the first page. On the second page it says, "He who is a Miiwagler toad must burn in the deepest pits of hell. Divine Miiwagler, punish all the Miiwaglers." Additionally, both of these lines have Latin translations below them. It can only be assumed that the goal of the Waggler Toads of the Buddy Boy Society is to become Magler Toads. The real Eagle is dead. Eagle was banned from the Stay at Home Boys server during Season 3 for unknown reasons. After his ban, he began acting very different from his usual self. This behavior coined the term, "what no SAB does to an MF," and because of this behavior, Eagle would be quickly sent to Jebel Cell. It has been theorized that something happened to the real Eagle, and he was replaced by somebody who is identical in appearance but very different in behavior. Ceebs refuses to speak on the matter and seemingly becomes very uncomfortable when asked about it. Bermeo bought Ceebs Corp on July 8, 2020. According to an anonymous source, on January 18, 2021, at roughly 2 a.m., DMs of negotiations between an unknown party and Bermeo seemingly talking about purchasing Ceebs Corp were leaked to the Nintendo Crafter server. These DMs dated back to July 8, 2020. However, these posts were swiftly deleted not too long after, which is why not many know of this. A separate source claims that Bermeo purchased Ceebs Corp for approximately 30,000 Bobucks. It is unclear why Bermeo bought Ceebs Corp or why Ceebs remained the owner of the company in the public eye. Waggler World 2017-09-24 prototype. Not much is known about this build of Waggler World, other than it was made entirely in one night by Coconut Friend and immediately kicked anyone that tried to join. People that tried to join that night noticed that Coconut Friend was acting much different than usual. Only one screenshot of this build exists, which is being displayed on screen right now. It is speculated that the reason Coconut Friend has tried to revive Waggler World so many times is to fully complete this build of the game. Supposedly, Coconut Friend dumped this build of Waggler World as an MC World file into the Spam and Rice channel of the Nintendo Crafter server at one point in time. It is unknown when this happened. Whatever you do, do not look for it or research it. Ceebs is secretly a Smurf. It is said that Ceebs is as tall as 3 apples, the approximate height of an average Smurf. On his trip to Burmiopolis, he claimed that people had almost stepped on him. Why would they be tall enough to step on him? Or perhaps, why would he be short enough to be stepped on? The only logical explanation is that Ceebs is indeed a Smurf. Crafterarea is a cover-up for Project Waggler Death. It is theorized that the admins wanted to use the Nintendo Crafter server as the basis for a cult organization, but Miiwagler didn't allow it. Because of this, the other admins began threatening to murder Miiwagler through a plan called Project Waggler Death. To prevent this information from leaking out to the public, Ceebs proposed the idea of creating a Terraria server to distract Nintendo Crafters on the day of the murder, which was originally going to be June 30th, 2021. Miiwagler caught wind of this plan and began to send cryptic messages to members of the Nintendo Crafter server as a desperate cry for help. The other admins picked up on it and became worried that people would catch on, so they began sending the same messages just to spite Miiwagler and further dilute the true meaning. Additionally, the date was moved up from June 30th to June 29th. Ultimately, their plan was unsuccessful as Miiwagler is unfortunately still alive. And that's about as deep as the iceberg goes. Thank you to Miiwagler and Coconut for writing the video, and to Coconut and Pixel for editing. If you'd like to see all of the credits for who did everything, be sure to check the description. And finally, thanks to you for sticking around until the end. I had a lot of fun working on this video, and I hope to do more scripted stuff like this in the future. Why are you still here? Get out of here. I hate writing outros.